Alright, this is Trail of Tears by Testament. I'm going to play through it once and we'll go back and talk about it. Yeah, let's give it a shot. perfect run through, but I think that was probably good enough. So yeah, I guess just generally speaking, the structure of this song, I kind of split it up into A, B, and C. So the A section is kind of that soft plucking guitar part, do 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 do. The B section would be the verse, and the C section would be the chorus. So you've got basically you've got A B A B A C A C, and then A is an outro. I wish I could. I don't have anything that I can like write it down and show you, unfortunately. So I'll figure something out for that. But anyway, so yeah, let's go through it a little bit. So starting with the A section, here let me. So yeah, so starting with the A section, let's play a little bit through it. Oh, first I should probably mention, obviously, so I'm using a 5-string bass here. This song is in the key of C sharp. So I suppose if you wanted to, if you only have a 4-string, you could tune it down 3 half steps. That seems pretty low, and then you'd have to transpose from there. Or anytime you see me on this bottom string, you can just replace that up here. But yeah, I'm just hoping that you've got a 5-string, because this is a very low bass part. So yeah, it's in the key of C sharp. C sharp minor, although it does have it's got this natural 6 in the plucking part, which we'll go over that right now. So so it starts out with this plucking part, and that's basically just from the 1 to the 6, and there's some fills in there. They're typically optional. But yeah, it just hangs out on the 1, and then the 6. And there's a lot of that sort of so there's a lot of that just throughout the song. I noticed that there's a lot of like 1 to like 6, for example, or 1 to 8, and then you know goes from 8-5-8 to 1, or 6-4-6-4 to 1. There's a lot of this sort of movement. So and then the other thing that he does pretty frequently is he'll do this sort of fill where it's to get to the 6. He'll go this sort of it's almost a pentatonic. It's got a similar shape to a pentatonic. So that's basically the first section in a nutshell. I hope I'm still in frame. I'm kind of moving about, but yeah. So that's basically that. Just very chill for this part. So here we get into the verse chords. This is where the natural 6 gives way to the flat 6. Basically, the progression is 1, 6, 7, 1, 6, 7. I'm speaking in scale degrees. I hope that's all right. That's kind of how I think about things. If this was frets, this would be 2nd fret, 1st string, or the 5th string. Is the bottom? Is this string 5, or is this string 5? Frankly, I don't know. I typically don't refer to the strings, but 2nd fret on the B string, open on the A, and then 2nd on the A. last time, the fourth time through that, it's the sevenths are staccato. So 1, 2, 3, 4, stop, and then I think he does that same walking down the strings. So yeah, let's play through that. So that's that. The verse comes in. It's the same thing. If you want to keep it basic, you can just keep hang on to that same progression. There are some fills that he does, like he does the that same fill, but with the flat six this time. There's that one in there. What I've noticed that he will do on the third time in the second phrase. So if you imagine you go through the whole first phrase of the verse, and then you're going in the first half of the verse, you might say, and then you're in the second half of the verse now. The third phrase of that, he does this this walk up. So that sounds like. So that's what that is. Da, 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 da. So we can play through that. So this is the second half. Here's that fill. Yeah, and then we're back to the A section. Back into a verse. And so yeah, so you can kind of just groove on that. Like I said, if you want to add in those, fills, they're cool. They're I'd say they're optional. I got them, that first recording that I did, the first playthrough, I got them as accurate to the recording as I could. So if you want to go off of that to get them, you can if you got the time. Otherwise, they're cool, but obviously the main thing is to hit that groove. Fill it in when you want to, when you feel like it'll be a good addition. Okay, so hopefully this microphone is loud enough. I'm not actually very close to it, so I'm not entirely sure how much it's picking me up. I hope you can hear me well enough, because I do not have time to redo this. I'll tell you what. Anyway, so that takes us into another A section, which then takes us into the chorus. So we can play through that. And I'll talk about it first. Chorus, and this is where the 5-string obviously really comes in handy, because you want that low B string, because we're going to be on it a lot. So the chorus goes like this. it's a lot of this minor shape, minor shape on the bottom two strings. Play it with the song and get a hear for it. Okay, so here's that like A section that's acting as a pre-chorus. Into an A section with a guitar solo. So yeah, so it's let's see, how do I talk about this? You're doing a lot of this 1, 2 minor third, so walk up and then jump up a string, and then you go back down to the B string. You do that sort of back and forth, and then chromatic down to the flat 2, and then there's a little bit of a chugging, bum 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 bum, and that continues on the 1, dun 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 dun, dun into the second verse, or second repetition. Second time it slides up, so that's this shape. See that. And then that same chromatic walk down. And that's basically it. Just basically alternates between that. So the back and forth, chromatic down, slide up, and then chromatic down. And then repeats. Etc. And the rhythm that I'm playing is just the same rhythm that the guitar is playing. So that's I'm sure you'll be able to figure that out. But basically, I've got a lot of those sorts of dun 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 dun. Those sorts of like quarter notes followed by 3/8 notes. Or are they 16th notes? I'm not sure. But anyway. So that's basically that. And then, it goes into kind of a sort of more mellow guitar solo on the A section, which again is the 1 and the natural 6. There's fills in there, so you can kind of make it as fancy as you want. One thing that I noticed that going out of that A section and into the chorus again, he does this sort of this build where he's going back and forth between these two notes. So that kind of sounds like dun, 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 dun. And just kind of like, it just builds up. I can play that for you, and we can hear what that sounds like. That's too far. Here we go. Okay. it's the same thing when the words come in, and then it's that last chorus, and then it just repeats back to the A section for one last time, and it kind of, kind of grooves a little bit. There's a lot more of those fills. So again, if you want to, you can stick them in there, or you can just kind of just hang out. Just keep it kind of simple. But that's basically that. I'll play out the last A section so you can get a good look at that, and I think that'll wrap it up. So let's see. Let's see if we can get that. You're flying so free, so glad to see on a trail of tears. Okay, so this is that last A section, and it just starts out pretty simple. I think there's supposed to be a fill in there, but screwed that one up. Tell you what, that's the idea of it. I'll play it again to try to get it perfect for you, but you get the idea, I'm sure. So I'm gonna rewind a little bit, try to get that right on. I'm not doing any editing. This is a one take video, so we're doing it live. It's just simple at the end. Alright, so that was Trail of Tears. Hopefully I covered everything. Yeah. Thanks for watching and listening, and hopefully that helps. Best of luck.